Howdy do y'all, this is John, and today we're talking about Wonder Woman, a movie released 3 years ago in 2017 starring Gal Gadot and was directed by Patty Jenkins. And in Wonder Woman, it deals with Diana, who is, Wonder Woman, having to go to the human world to stop Ares, who has begun the Great War, World War I, and intends to kill all of humanity. First of all, right out the bat, let's talk about Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman should be the gold standard for strong female characters. She is not invincible, but she is absolutely badass. And she earned that title. She's not like Captain Marvel, who they just simply expected us to think, would be awesome just because of what's between her legs or anything like that. That's not how it works. Us folk who think Wonder Woman is awesome think she's awesome because she's an awesome character. What they did with Wonder Woman in this movie, it could have failed, but instead they just simply created an actual character we can get behind. A character with emotions, a character with heart, a character who you care for. That is what every superhero in general should do, even the ones who are men. And Gal Gadot was just simply the finishing touches. I know some people think, Wonder Woman could have been played by a few different people, but personally I don't think so. However, we can all agree that Chris Pine had to beat Steve Trevor. A character like that, you need a specific actor to play them. And Chris Pine, there's a reason why nobody can think of anybody else to play Steve Trevor, because that role was meant for him. I also really like how they handled the action scenes, especially director Patty Jenkins. She was always more of a drama director. This is her first outing that I know of that involves a lot of action. And for a first timer especially, I just love how she handled it. The action scenes are always exciting, they're always intense. You can feel the tension going on. And she did a great job in general. But for a first timer, that exceeds what most first timers are able to do. Again, as far as I'm aware, this is her first time handling action. I don't know if she's done that before, and if she did, I'm wrong. But from what I can tell, it was her first time. Phenomenal. I loved it. And added on to the action, there's the drama, which Patty Jenkins has always been able to do, and it shows. She's always handled drama. She's handled it really well, and her experience shines through the drama moments in the film. The moments that are just simply people talking, moments that are just simply romance stuff. You can tell she's experienced with all that, and it's just simply with how they were able to keep it entertaining. Now, I do know people have issues with this movie. People are always going to have issues with movies. It's not a gender thing. I hate it when people put gender into equations and stuff like that. J.J. Abrams, I like the guy and all, but he once said that people will always find a flaw with female characters and all that. And he was talking about this because of the whole Rey controversy, which I get why that's a thing. And, I don't put gender into things. I don't like it when people put gender into things. And, I'm looking at some of the criticisms and stuff, and they're fair. They're fair. It's not something I agree with, though, simply because to me, a real issue is something that goes on throughout a movie. It's not located in these few scenes or whatever. People talk about some of the side villains and stuff, like Dr. Poison being a bit comical in one scene. I look at what they're talking about and I only find it in one scene, and I don't really take issue with stuff, and that's just in one scene. They're what I call nitpicks, and there are a few nitpicks here and there, like one scene where the villains are kind of comical. One scene. There's one scene where the dialogue sounds like something out of a video game during a final boss battle or whatever. Which, yeah, that's really bad, but dialogue and stuff. But if you look at the rest of the movie, everything, it's all handled really well in every other scene. The villains, I'm not saying they're great, like General Zod, but you can get a sense of intensity from them. It's just gone in the one scene. The rest of the dialogue is fine. It's nothing to write home about. As a writer, I know dialogue is not easy at all. Very few people can actually master the art of dialogue like Quentin Tarantino. But other than in that one scene, the dialogue's just fine. Anyway, Wonder Woman is a great movie. It's not my favorite DC movie, but it is a great movie, and in my opinion, it's the best in just the DC cinematic universe alone. I'm gonna give Wonder Woman a 10. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. I did have to stop at one point because stuff. But anyway, please like this video if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, please remember, the Bodetsky will return.